Good morning. So this reading is for Tuesday, June 25th. And so what I'm going to do is just pull some cards, get a little bit about our past energy, current energy, and then future energy. And these two feel significant. So let's see where we are. See if I can get two more cards on where we are. One more. So looking here, it's so funny. So we already have two knights down here, and I thought that was interesting because they're both showing up in the current energy, and I'll talk about them here in a minute. But at the bottom of the deck, I have a third knight showing up here. And so this feels a lot like there is a lot of movement that's taking place. It feels like there's a sudden shifting, and maybe not so sudden in some ways. It's been building for a while, but it feels like the action that's being taken feels very immediate. And so while you've known something needs to change or something needs to kind of give a little bit, now seems to be the time that that's actually going to take place. And with this Knight of Swords energy, whatever's happening right now, it's happening very quickly. This is the one that feels very sudden here. So when I look at past energy, I can see Three of Wands. So patience, going through some sort of journey, some sort of process. This actually feels like it's connected to the Devil as far as like this building type of energy. The Devil is structure. It is limiting behaviors as well. So this is Capricorn. It's Saturn energy. Saturn requires us to work, but sometimes we can overwork it, or we can kind of really overwork it. It's probably the best way to describe it. You can do something and do it and do it and do it again so many times, and you're not getting different results here. And so there's something about that that feels significant. Ace of Pentacles. So you've been trying to, or again, this is past energy, so I'll use past tense verbs here, but you were trying to create a new beginning, but with old patterns. And what you were finding was a lot of resistance. It really wasn't working out the way that you wanted it to because you were using old patterns. They just don't apply anymore. And we've seen a lot of shift happen in this year, in 2024, from some major planet transits. And that is requiring us to take a different approach to a lot of things. And so those old structures just don't apply anymore. And so that feels very significant. It's like it's finally coming to the surface. Now is finally the time to take some sort of action to let go of old structures and really reevaluate the way you move forward. And movement is definitely happening here. So we have the Knight of Wands, we have the Seven of Wands, and we have the Knight of Cups. So these two knights, so I'm going to start with, there's four knights because there's four suits. The only knight that's not showing up here is the Knight of Pentacles, which is the slowest moving knight. And so with the Knight of Swords, Knight of Wands, those are fast moving energy. Knight of Cups, a little bit slower than the other two, but still movement forward. I mean, this is really Knight of Wands, Knight of Cups. You're moving forward, you're pursuing your passions, you're going after exactly what you want from a heart space. These are things that really speak to you on an emotional level. Seven of Wands, it's this energy of not letting anybody take you off the path, sticking up for yourself, really honoring what it is that you want, what it is that you value in this current energy. And when I look at where we're going, so I'm getting the Moon, Three of Cups, Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands, not really letting anybody in, really keeping things to yourself, which is also that Moon energy. So Nine of Wands, you tend to keep, you put walls up, and that's really what it is. It's about a wounded warrior. So there might be some sort of reason that you're keeping people at arm's length. Three of Cups, you're letting people in, maybe surface level. That would be the extent of it. So you're enjoying the company of friends, but it's nothing deeper than that. There's no deeper emotional connection, at least not the way that this is playing out right now. And it feels like because so much is shifting, it's like when the dust settles, then you would be more open to deeper conversations, opening up more from an emotional level. Let's see what details we get here. Tell me about the Devil. And the Ace of Pentacles. So with the Three of Wands, I'm getting the Six of Swords. So all of those delays, that entire process, definitely movement. Six of Swords, another movement card. So there is a lot of movement. I mean, that's probably the name of today. It's all about movement because I have it again here. Knight of Cups, Devil energy. So there's a lot of movement away from all of these old structures. You know that something here in the past needed to change in order to get what you want. The Ace of Pentacles is being clarified with the Magician. They're both one cards. This signifies a new beginning here. And what you're doing is recognizing, again, in the past, where things were holding you back and making some sort of conscious decision with that Magician energy to move forward in a different way, go after exactly what you want here. And the Knight of Cups is out here twice, so that's significant. It's really going after what speaks to you on an emotional level, what emotionally fulfills you. So let's get this Knight of Wands energy. And the Knight of Cups. Interesting. That feels significant. So 10 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck there. So let's talk about this first. So with the Knight of Wands, I'm getting the Seven of Swords. In this scenario, this is coming across as you're not deceiving anybody. You're not lying to anybody else, but you're prioritizing yourself. You're not really letting anybody else, their opinion, their needs are not part of your consideration at the moment. It's really more about what it is that you want and what it is that you are trying to pursue for yourself. You might have been in a place in the past where you did consider other people's needs and it kind of held you back in some sort of way, because that feels like part of that Capricorn energy, considering other people. But this is where you needed to kind of loosen up a little bit and really let go of those expectations and just focus on your own expectations on what your future needed to be. With the Seven of Wands, I am getting the Eight of Pentacles. And so you're going to keep doing the work that you need to do. You will stand up for yourself. You're actually being spiritually protected through all of this with these two sevens. That feels significant. And sevens being the Seven of Swords with the Seven of Wands underneath. With the Knight of Cups, I'm getting the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is another movement card. So it's also a communication card. So you might be having conversations around what it is that you're trying to do, what it is that you want here. It's not that you're completely dismissing other people from your consideration. It's just you needed to prioritize yourself and you need to make sure that your needs are being met here, because that Knight of Cups is showing up in the past and in the current energy. And so in the past, it was prioritizing yourself, and in the current energy, still prioritizing yourself, but maybe being more open about telling people why you're doing something here. But maybe on like a surface level, because you're not really ready to have those deep conversations based on where I see this is going. With this Ten of Pentacles, though, this is you setting yourself up for some sort of long-term success. It's usually with another person. This is one of the marriage cards in tarot. It's a family card. And so when you really look at it here, there's a whole family of people, generations are in this card. And so there is this emphasis on building something for yourself long-term. These would be your long-term goals. Three of Cups. And the Nine of Wands. So with the Moon, I'm getting the King of Cups. You really are keeping your feelings to yourself. So male or female, it's just the energy of the card, but this is really, until you're ready to open up about it, what you're doing right now is you're just processing everything. You're getting yourself into this solid, steady, mature, energetically state. So really kind of leveling out your emotions. Again, kind of waiting for that dust to settle before you open up and start talking to other people about what it is that you're going through or what it is that you want for yourself on a very deep level. Three of Cups, Two of Wands. And so again, surface level, you're recognizing what it is that you want. You're making some sort of decision to go after something. You see the potential there. But what you're really doing, so this is kind of this inward action, it feels like, versus this outward reflection, which is just hanging out with friends, enjoying the company of other people. Nine of Wands, Two of Pentacles. This is because you're trying to get yourself balanced. This is that dust settling type of energy. And so your guard's going to be up. You aren't going to let a lot of people in, if you let anybody in at all. It's going to be more surface level until you're ready. So this is the reading for Tuesday. I hope it resonates. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Take care.